Hello, Miss Belinda. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good. So thank you for coming back in. I want to just talk about your plaque score, your bleeding score. If we remember from last time that our plaque score was 3.5 and our bleeding score was 62%. And I said that these numbers may not mean much to you, but to me, they're telling me that we should work as a team to get this down to 0. So we talked about what's causing these scores, and it's plaque on our teeth. So how about you tell me how you've been doing with our first goal about just maintaining our plaque?
Well, I'm trying to eat less sugar. Love the candy. I love the Dr. Pepper and the coffee drinks.
I do too.
Trying to do less of that and brush more.
Okay, good. So you have not been drinking as many sugary drinks.
Right.
Well, that's definitely a step in the right direction. Great
Yes.
job.
Thank you.
So before we go into toothbrushing, we're going to talk about our goals. So our long-term goal was to decrease and maintain our plaque score down to 0.5 or less by April 30th of 2026. And we've already understood what plaque is, and you've been able to define plaque. So we've already accomplished one goal, which is really great. And then another goal is to decrease our plaque score by 1.0 or more at each visit. And with you brushing your teeth more and reducing the sugary intake, you're already one step closer to your goal. And then demonstrate proper brushing technique, which that is what we're going to do today. So let's go ahead and get into toothbrushing. But before we do that, do these goals feel realistic and achievable for you? No
Sure.
changes that you would like to make to these goals?
No, I'm just really, really working hard.
Okay, so at your last visit, you mentioned that you're brushing once a day and mostly using just a random horizontal brush. You're also not brushing your tongue, and you mentioned that you're flossing only when food gets stuck. So thank you for being honest about that, and this helps me understand what I need to work on to help you. And I also noticed that teeth numbers 3, 14, and 19 each have various lesions on the occlusal surfaces, which would be like the top of your teeth. And these areas break down faster when plaque sits on a chewing surface. So when we have those restorations and then plaque sits and the sugar sits, that is not helping our teeth. So, like you said, I know you enjoy Dr. Pepper, lattes, peppermints, all the things, but we just want to make sure we're brushing effectively to protect our teeth, especially the ones that are already affected. And as you already told me, you're already improving there. So today our main focus is our brushing technique. Effective brushing can really decrease our plaque score and bleeding scores and help prevent farther decay. So before I show you anything, I want you to show me how you normally brush your teeth and tell me about brushing your teeth. What do you know about brushing your teeth?
I just know that I just, do like strokes like this.
Okay, and do you know how long you brush your teeth?
I don't know.
You don't know? Maybe like a minute or so?
Probably.
And how many
Probably not
times
as
a
long as
day?
I'm supposed to.
Once a day, that's what you told me.
I
once
was
a day.
doing that, but I've been doing 2 times.
Wow, that's very good. Very good. Okay, here
Okay.
you go. So
I
you're
just
just going to
do
show me.
like this.
That's really good for the surface of our teeth. But with that bleeding score, we really want to focus on our gums. So I'm going to show you that we want to angle our toothbrush 45 degrees, and we want to get all the way around the mouth. So I know it's hard to get real in the back or real far in the back, but try your best to angle your toothbrush and get really into the gum line.
Okay.
Brushing all around. This is called our Bass method technique, and it's just turning those bristles 45 degrees and then brushing into the gums all the way around the mouth.
Okay.
So you want to do the front, the back of your teeth. I know it's kind of hard to get back there, but we want to try our best. And the bottom all the way around. So can you show me the Bass method?
Okay, so I do brushing
Yeah.
circles and
And
a
turn it
45
more to
degree
45,
angle
yeah.
up against the gums.
Yes, just like that. Great job. Okay, so now we're going to go into the toothbrushing PowerPoint. Okay, so we're going to start with what is the purpose of proper brushing? So the purpose of proper brushing is to remove the plaque off of our teeth. And like we said, we're trying to get your plaque score down. So that is one way to really help us decrease our plaque score. And it just helps with overall having fresh breath and reducing cavities, reducing inflammation, things like that. Okay, what are 2 common brushing techniques, including tongue brushing, which we're going to talk about since you said you don't do it? The Bass technique is to brush at 45 angle with small circles along the gum line, which is what I just showed you. And then tongue brushing is to gently brush the tongue to remove bacteria and improve health. So you're just going to take your toothbrush and brush it against your tongue. And then one more toothbrushing technique is the horizontal technique, which is back and forth scrubbing, and it's not recommended for long term. So we're more interested in the Bass technique. Okay, what types of toothbrushes and bristle textures are recommended? What type of toothbrush do you have? Soft, hard, medium? Okay, so that's exactly what we want. We want soft bristle toothbrushes. Manual or electric toothbrushes both work, but electric actually removes more of the plaque. So if you're interested, an electric toothbrush is really good. Okay, how long and how often should we brush, and why is it important? So we brush for 2 minutes twice a day. So you just want to think 2 and 2. 2 minutes twice a day. And this removes plaque, it hardens, and helps prevent decay in gum disease. Okay, so let's review what we've covered today. We talked about your plaque and bleeding score, how we want to bring that down. We discussed brushing twice a day for 2 minutes. We've talked about your goals, just about brushing, and we'll get into flossing and then what is plaque and how we want to remove plaque out of your mouth. And then you've already told me that you have reduced your sugary drink intake, which is really amazing, so good job. We went through the PowerPoint, so can you tell me 2 things you learned about toothbrushing?
Twice a day for 2 minutes.
Perfect.
2 and 2, and use a soft toothbrush.
Good, that's great. So you're doing great, Miss Belinda. So just remember, we're working as a team to get your scores down, and the changes we've practiced today will make a big difference when you use them at home. And so our next session will be covering periodontitis and flossing. So I can't wait to see you then. Do you have any questions before we end?
No, ma'am.
All right. Thank you so much.